got a wonderful invention to show you today. But first, I want to show you a story about a man who enjoyed roughing it in the wilderness.
Samuel de Champlain looked with satisfaction at his new fort. Now he could bring settlers from France, men who could help him build a fur trade with the Indians. The Indians had brought their furs here to the Narrows for many years. They called the place Quebec. Today, they told Champlain, there was to be a tabagi, a great feast to celebrate the building of the fort. Now they would have a defense against the Iroquois. Champlain went to the chief's house for the tabagi. The smoke from a line of wood fires blazing in a line down the center of the long house brought tears to his eyes. The cooking pots were huge, hollowed-out tree stumps. They were filled with deer and bear meat. Hot stones were dropped in to cook the meat. 40 warriors sat on the ground on each side of the fires. They dipped their hands into the cooking pots, taking out meat and putting it on their plates of birch bark. Greasy hands were wiped on the dogs who came for the bones. After he smoked the pipe, Champlain told the Indians he would like them to bring many furs to trade, but the chief said they could not. The powerful Iroquois tribe would not let the fur canoes use the river. Would Champlain lead a war party to destroy the Iroquois' most important village? Champlain thought for a minute, then, because he had to have the furs, said yes.
I've never seen a walking table napkin before, have you? Using a dog is a good idea. It can walk to the laundry by itself.
The Iroquois village of Onondaga was well fortified, but Champlain had an idea. He remembered a trick he'd seen on a European battlefield. They set to work building a wooden tower high enough to look over the Iroquois stockade. It had a platform on top, surrounded by thick walls. 4 snipers could stand on it while they fired their muskets through loopholes. Then Champlain had his men make some enormous wooden shields. His strongest warriors took shelter behind their shields and carried the tower up to the Iroquois stockade. The Iroquois, who didn't have guns, fired desperately at them with arrows and spears. 4 of the French crouched on the platform. Pushing the nozzles of their muskets through the loopholes, they fired on the Iroquois. Frightened, the Iroquois tried to hide from the snipers. There was panic. Many were killed. Now, called Champlain, run behind your shields to the stockade and set it on fire. Instead, they started to retreat behind their shields. The chiefs among the Indians complained to Champlain their men did not like to fight with shields and towers. As Champlain, a small but brave man, tried to urge them forward, he was hit in the leg with an arrow. 2 friends helped him to shelter. He was very discouraged. The whole venture against the Iroquois was a failure. But next spring, the fur canoes came in. The Iroquois had decided that they could not win a war against muskets and secret weapons. They had let the fur canoes through. Quebec grew and prospered. Champlain, known as the first Canadian, went down in history as the founder of New France.
So that's the story of a man who was sure he'd lost, but who won in the end. But let me show you my newest invention. It's a fully automatic electric soft drink straw. When you want a sip, you just put the straw in your mouth and push the button. I don't think I've invented a fully automatic electric soft drink straw. I think I've invented a fully automatic electric face washer.